Yeah.
Yeah, so what happened?
Basically I was shaking up the paint just to see the viscosity of it, and hey, it wasn't screwed on tight enough, and it went everywhere. But hey, that's the artist's life.
Is it safe? Are you gonna be okay?
Hey, it's fine, it's fine. It's safer than a chlorine pool.
Kulandreni pano pa Luso television program imene ya kucheza ndi aluso pa Luso. Ndiye program imene itu ndithu timacheza ndi anthu osiyanasiyana amenenso ali ndi luso losiyanasiyana mdziko mwathu muno kuti inuyo mwadziwe komanso muphunzirepo china chake kuchokera kwa iwo. So today we have a special guest who is from very far away, of course, but based in the country. And he's got something to tell us. He's going to tell us his name and what it's all about and how relevant it is to you and of course to me. So stay tuned and sit back and relax. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Feel free to express yourself.
Well, my name is Corey Glass-Smith, and I'm a visual artist. I'm from Canada.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Corey, so what is this all visual artist all about? Can you tell us what it is all about?
Well, a visual artist is everyone, really. I mean, we all see and we all feel and express ourselves, but I do it in a way that I can readily show the world. My work is typically on canvas with paint, and the way I get my inspiration is I just live life and I'm happy, and when I see something, as soon as it sticks out to me and I say, I could paint that, then I immediately write it down or go to the canvas and I get to work.
All right, Corey, that's quite interesting. I just wanted to know, how did you get to know about the painting, the actual painting? Because, you know, thinking is all about, you know, everyone can do it. Everyone can visualize things, but to actually get it onto the canvas, how did you learn that and where did you learn that?
Well, it started very young. I believe we live many lives, and I believe that in all my other lives I was an artist as well, because ever since kindergarten or the first grade, I have always been drawn to colorful mediums and finger painting, and so as I was growing up and duplicating everything I saw on paper, I thought it would be wise to go to post-secondary school, college, where I went to Sheridan Institute in Ontario. And that's where I really learned how to mix colors and paint and use rules of perception to create masterpieces. I was always good at drawing, but there's so many rules to art, and going to school, getting an education pertaining to art, actually opened up my skills and my talents to a whole nother level I never dreamed of before.
Okay, I was dwelling on the education just because maybe to someone who's watching right now, the youth in the country, education plays a vital role in most of the things that we do.
Basically, I look at the world and I see unity. I see that we're all made of the same stuff. And so I spend extra time looking in nature and seeing similarities between things that men built and nature. So in a lot of my pieces, you'll see double meanings, like a woman's face, also the continent of Africa. I get inspired, and it's not always easy to go home and put that onto canvas right away. Sometimes you hit a block, like a writer's block. Painters have the same thing, painter's block. And so sometimes it's forced, but when those times of inspiration come, you really have to take advantage of it. And to the youth, I would say that art is something that every industry needs. Whether it's a logo, whether it's a letterhead, whether it's painting on the grounds for their facilities, every industry needs some sort of creative capacity. And so once I figured that out, I just really began to market myself. And one thing I would say to the youth who's interested in art is never leave a conversation without the person knowing that you're an artist. Because art, as I said, is used in so many different areas of life. So as long as you're telling your story, someone is going to network for you or hook you up with the right places to go to make the money legally, fast, and it's fun.
How long have you been in the country?
I've been here for 2 months.
For 2 months.
Yes. And
how do you look at the art industry?
I look at it as flourishing. It hasn't reached its pinnacle yet. There's still much to be done. So for any youth or any artist out there, there's a lot of work to still be done. I find it very accepting to art. I mean, I find that everybody here appreciates art. Whereas back in Canada, it wasn't so much a primary thing to their happiness and enjoyment. It was always if they have enough money or you know, maybe later. But here, I've found it very warm and accepting to my skill and my talent. And the only challenge that I find is the materials. There's a lack of materials, but that's because there's a lack of demand. So if the youth, if you get up and you stay true to yourself, then I think that can create a lot more demand, lowering the prices of foreign products. Yeah.
I might never be your knight in shining armor. I might never be the one you take home to mother. And I might never be the one who brings you flowers, but I can be the one tonight. When I first saw you from across the room, I could tell you were curious. Oh yeah, girl, I hope you're sure what you're looking for, 'cause I'm not good at making promises. But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, then baby, I'm perfect. Baby, I'm perfect for you. And if you like midnight driving with the windows down, and if you like going places we can't even pronounce, if you like to do whatever you've been dreaming about, then baby, you're perfect. Baby, you're perfect. So let's start right now. I might never be the hands you put your heart in, or the arms that hold you anytime you want them, but that don't mean that we can live here in the moment. 'Cause 'cause I can be the one you love from time to time. When I first saw you from across the room, I could tell you were curious. Oh yeah, girl, I hope you're sure what you're looking for, 'cause I'm not good at making promises. But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, then baby I'm perfect. Baby I'm perfect for you. And if you like midnight driving with the windows down, and if you like going places we can't even pronounce, if you like to do whatever you've been dreaming about, then baby you're perfect. Baby I'm perfect. So let's start right now. And if you like cameras flashing every time we go out, yeah. And if you're looking for someone to write you breakup songs about, then baby I'm perfect. Baby we're perfect. But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, then baby I'm perfect. Baby I'm perfect for you. And if you like midnight driving with the windows down, and if you like going places we can't even pronounce, if you like to do whatever you've been dreaming about, then baby you're perfect. Baby you're perfect. So let's start right now.
Well, I would say that from here to Blantyre, I'm getting a little bit of recognition. I've already sold a couple pieces, and I have some commissions underway. I have a commission for a poetry album that's coming out very soon by the prolific poet Q. And so I'm very excited about that. And that's just another testament to show you that art can be used in any industry. Yes, so Lilongwe is great. It's very warm. There's a lot of people and a lot of transactions in Lilongwe, I find. So I find that it's not hard for me as an artist to have myself accepted or even sought after as an artist. Since this is a Malawi station, I would just like to share the fact that, you know, as a culture and as a nation of people, it's very ancient. And the descendants of high kings and high queens, and whose art historically is comparable to none. The things, the edifices and the masterpieces that this country has produced alone, it really makes you stand in awe, and it should get you up and inspire you to say, you know what, I'm a direct descendant, and if my forefathers could do it, then I could do it too. So if there's any artists out there, feel free to contact me. Feel free to go out there and just be yourself, and just don't worry about the money. If you worry about money, then you'll always be worrying about money. But if you just want to be happy, then everything else will fall in place. I have been approached by poets, by restaurant owners, hotel owners, hospital owners, all for my talents of art. And this is really foretelling of the future of Malawi. It says that things are opening up, businesses, place of healing, and it all needs visual apparel. It needs to be visually stunning. We as Africans, we love to look good. We love to build things and create things that look good. We were the first builders on this planet. And so it's very important to us to have a piece that we can relate to, or we can look at and relieve our minds from our stressful lives. I see the future of Malawi art going in a positive and upward direction, simply because it's an untapped market. It's very underdeveloped in Malawi, and as the development happens, art needs to happen with it. Architecture is art. So you can be an artist and design buildings if you'd like, or you can wait till the building's completed and then just paint the building. But either way, I am so confident in the future of art and artists in Malawi that I would say never give up. And even though there's initial cost, it will pay off.
As you can see, there's a place that we can relieve our stress, and that's art. So if you don't get the money side of it, you can just relieve your stress. That's all good. You need to be happy to live in this, Mother Nature. Well, Corey, now maybe we should know you personally.
Well, I'm a 28-year-old Canadian with Jamaican roots, and I come here and I see a lot of similarities between Jamaica and Malawi. And I have a wife that's from Malawi. She lives here in Lilongwe, and I have a daughter as well. She's 8 months old, and her name is Nazita Grace.
Okay.
And she's loved by many.
Yeah.
And and as an artist, you may think, well, it might be scary to try to support a family off of art. But as long as you're just talking about what you do, and you offer your help, you'll never go wrong. The universe will always provide. Before I came here, I traveled a bit of Canada. Out there, I would set up my sketch pad and I would sketch a couple holding hands or sitting together, and then I would show them what I drew, and then they would be impressed. And sometimes they would buy it, sometimes they wouldn't. And if they didn't, then I knew that I had to work harder or faster to be able to make the sale to afford dinner for the night. So yeah, I mean, there's so many opportunities that I've come across. I've stayed in hostels and bed and breakfasts by simply just offering my art, painting murals on their walls in trade for accommodation, so that I could stay and see the province or the country while doing art, the thing that I love. And it's wonderful because my art will always be there. So I have friends that pass through in Canada that see my art on walls, and they send me little photos and tag me. And so yeah, I think it's a wonderful life being an artist. I'm young still, and I have a long way to go, a lot more to learn. But in that process, I think it's been a beautiful road, and I'm glad to be here in Malawi.
Are you a Rasta?
Am I a Rasta? I am not a Rasta by belief. By definition, I could be, simply for the fact that I do not eat any animals, or I don't eat any animal products. No fish, no dairy, so no cheese, milk, or yogurt. I don't eat any eggs from chickens, and I eat no flesh. So by definition, someone could look at me and say that I'm naturalistic, and I do wear my hair in dreadlocks, if you see, it's real. But so by definition, I could be a Rasta, but in my personal form of practice of my lifestyle, I wouldn't consider myself Rasta. I know that Malawi and Malawians are descendants from ancient Egyptians, and we would call them Kemet, Kemetians. So if you look on the walls in Kemet, the big stone granite walls in Kemet, Egypt, you will see dreadlocks amongst the pharaohs, the kings, the queens. And these walls, they predate the term Rasta or Rastafarian. And in fact, when you see headdresses in Egypt or Kemet, you'll know that if you study that the headdress was shaped to the hairstyle. So and you see a lot of movies where Europeans play the Egyptians or the Kemetians, and they take off their headdress and they're bald underneath. but really there was a lot of hair and hairstyles underneath the headdresses. And if you look on the walls in Kemet today, you can see waves, you can see dreadlocks, you can see braids, you can see afros. So this hair isn't limited to Rasta or Rastafari, but it is definitely contained within the black history and the black lineage of Africa. I notice a really big Rastafarian culture here, and I feel a lot of love when I'm here, telling people I'm from Jamaica, and or I'm associated to Jamaica. I see the eyes light up, and many Malawians want to go to Jamaica, which is a good idea because it's beautiful just like here, and it's free just like here. But yes, just because you have the dreadlocks or you wear the red, yellow, green does not make you Rastafarian, but it does let you know that you have some sort of connection to your people.
Afike Michael Popo.
Yeah,
Mugamba.
for real.
You know, it's Chim's MT from Magats. DGCC. Okay, listen. Ndakuna kunena jisese. Kuri guys tiga sanka izizi. Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri. Ndakuna kunena jisese. Kuri guys tiga sanka izizi. Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri. Sanka geli izizi zakupesa ukapusa isisi kumeza sokola sungodula ngati silendileza iwe tangode kantima wakotaleza iwe tango flat sambendela utakweza ipo zikolo selita kulemekeza limbikila skulu ukuso ukupleza lelo timane sabwina utapeza ndakuna kunena jisisi kuri guys tiga sanka izizi Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri. Ndafuna kunena kisisi. Kuri guys tiga sanka izizi. Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri.
Mupanya togola sis mapanya physically. Dala mama lama what's the physically. Sanka geli utamfa komagatically. Sanya sele kute isisatikale. Utatoda mind po utatimale. Limbe kila skulu bale wanga usamale. Zuononga tokole bale we usamale. Sina nene titilo justini samale.
Ndakuna kunena jisisi. Kuri guys tiga sanka izizi. Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri. Ndafuna kunena kisisi. Kuri guys tiga sanka izizi. Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri.
Sanka geli izizi zakupesa ukapusa isisi kumeza sokola sungodula ngati silendileza iwe tangode kantima wakotaleza iwe tango flat sambendela utakweza ipo zikolo selita kulemekeza limbikila skulu ukuso ukupleza lelo timane sabwina utapeza
ndakuna kunena jisisi kuri guys tiga sanka izizi Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri. Ndafuna kunena kisisi. Kuri guys tiga sanka izizi. Siri tsala to separate chiri. Sanka geli uzakalega tswiri.
Chim's MT is getting out of the stage. I'm still happy.
Yo. Lamo yesaku sungila nisaku pugusi. Iji ndi jisisi. Wakusa wakugonda.
This is Corey Glassmith. You can check my art out at Instagram, #ClassicSmithArt, all one word. Or you can check out my Facebook, Corey Classic Smith. That's ClassicsSmith. Peace. Treat women well, with respect, pray every day, and be thankful. Peace.
Africa, oh Africa, my motherland. Africa, oh Africa, this is where I come from. Africa, oh Africa, my motherland. Africa, oh Africa, this is where I come from.